Hello and welcome. Right, we are back on Tillamook. Yeah, I'm not gonna psychoanalyze that statement because I always do. But yeah, I know you know it's on Tillamook because you're on a playlist that says Tillamook. But yeah, it's just my way of saying hello. Right, I have edited a few things. I've tweaked the carbon silo slightly because I thought it was a little bit thick. I'm quite pleased with the refinements we've made. We do need to stick some more. I think we've ran out of water, didn't we? If I remember rightly, was where we left the production. I think we've got some grass left. That should have gone now. Yeah, it's got silage in it, which should, well, again, the biogas plant has already got too much silage, so it will go across when it needs to. Yeah, there is grass, so we need 75,000. No, is it 1 for 1? Yeah, it is the same, so we need exactly the same amount of water. 155,000 litres. Wow, okay, let's get this done. This is the best thing for the job. It's not quite as fast to unload as mine, but it's still not terrible. I could put up with it. It's not like the BJ that used to be so awful. Oh, it probably will have done a bit more. Yeah, we may have this left over till next year. I'm glad we've managed to... It's weird that the raise tool is broken. Yeah, it is very strange that I think we're going to probably need to spin the other way around because I'm going to be underneath the fill. Yeah, the fill place. I'm quite pleased where we are, and obviously most of this is down to hard graft, and boy was it hard graft. It was. I have never taken so long to edit a video as I have this one, and I think I'm not happy, but I'm sort of as happy as I think I can be. I've trimmed it so that you've got more of an impression. It's more of a you can still see everything that needed doing and all that. Right, so yeah, we need to water and dump, and we'll see if this... It does have a battle, so I think this one might be like mine, where it literally will go right to the end, and it might take a while to do. So yeah, we're obviously waiting for certain things to come that we've actually ordered. Let's just see how this battle goes with this one. Yeah, so it really was. I think I must have edited this video about 4 times. I've got a long one that I'm going to post, and I'm going to call it the long one, and then I might do the short one first, and then say I'm going to do the long one. It's the same episode, but one has got everything, as I usually do, for where I've got all warts and all. But it is true, there are certain videos where there isn't an awful lot to be lost. It's ones like the bait. Well, we did show the bailing in it as well, and I think the pattern spoke for itself, really, again, for the cheating element. But I'm going to try to stick to my guns as close as I possibly can, but I think that's going to work. I might actually carry on like mine and just fill this, which would be quite nice. Although I do have a feeling that when you step out, a couple of minutes later, it stops actually sort of doing it if you're not close by. So even so, it will do for a while. Right, so there's no... obviously, it's back end. We're waiting for stuff. We've done that. We've got, things that we need before we carry on, even, to do the grass and stuff like that, and the plough. We bought the plough. Got most of our equipment over here, bar the header. So really, it is now just a matter of waiting for things to be found in the sales and literally go through the winter, truthfully, is what we have got left to do. And obviously that water will mean that we've got a bit more digestate. I'm not worried. It's still worth a lot in January. So even if we just go through all of December, so if we go till... I think we would have checked the sales, but let's just check. Because it's surprising how things like that appear even in a few minutes. It's that... I like it. I like what Giants have done to it. I've got to be honest. It's one of the few aspects of the game at present that actually works properly, which is why my focus is on this quite a lot. Is Q series. Ooh. We are, yeah. I mean, the thing is, we're also looking for things, and we have, for once, actually got the money where we can say, oh, actually, we could afford it. Let's just stick. If nothing. No, do we? Or do we go for it? It's a 230. How much for an upgrade to the full? Oh, it's not too terrible. I think we will. Yeah, why not? It's for a 305 horsepower because we need 2 sets of tractors, one for the other side as well. So, and if push comes to shove, well, I don't really want to sell that now because we'd lose a lot of cash with doing the upgrade. So yeah, that one's almost definitely guaranteed that we're going to keep it. We've got the cash at the minute to do that anyway. So for once, we've got a bit of money. So let's go through till about 6 o'clock. All my life, what on earth were you doing? Gordon Bennett, man. My bad. Apologies. So we will have like whizzed and got loads of stuff. Oh, another quad track. Well, no, another again. It's one of those things. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, we can have. So these are the 2 of the smaller ones. Oh, me double. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, we didn't ask for it, but you know, like this Let's Play, we may as well. Excellent. So it needs a little bit of refining, a little bit. We're going to play by my normal rules. I know I'm not playing by these rules, but what I'm playing is if you've got 554,000, you need something 55,000 or more, but within a range that's close enough. I'm not trying to like get so particular to this that you know, like we're never going to buy anything, but yeah, within reason. So that one is another 310. What is its horsepower to begin with? Ah. It's 282. I think we might have our team already then. No, it's got 3.3. I like this tractor. It's, yeah, I've had this on 2 or 3 Let's Plays. In that case, then, do we need another? I'm trying to think of what we would use another big tractor for. Logging stuff for 30,000. I just think it'd be like so silly really to like say no for 36,818. Oh, it's got stage 2 engine power that we didn't even pay for. Excellent. Oh, you see, no, I didn't know it did that. So that means it's actually a little bit more than that. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so fantastic. So these 2 we're going to now buy to sell because we've like taken our money so low that, you know, yeah, they're a little bit on the low side for the Let's Plays, all I'm going to say, for what we need. So I'm going to like sell them both, not because I don't like them, because they are beautiful bits of kit. But actually, Modder knows how to mod. There's no deny. Oh, okay. Looks like we can't have a nothing. Oh no, that's 0. So you know that all that big pile of money we had? Well, not so much now. So let's go through till about 12 o'clock in the morning. And hopefully this time I will stop. Oh. Gone through. Oh yeah, I hate that I went so far through the night that I would really pretty much reach the morning, and I didn't even realize it. That was how bad that was. We've got the Pilatus. Right, smashing. So we'll sell this. We'll do a bit of selling and see what we've really got left out of that 700 grand that we did have a few minutes ago that now we haven't. It's true. Wow. Well, it's sort of, it is one of those things. I'd said this before. I've had a couple of Let's Plays, Renabu, where, boy, oh boy, the first year was so tough. We got 3 tractors. Oh, no, I haven't. You're right. We will have in a minute. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I went so low. We weren't getting any tractors. It was as simple as that. And like the first year, the team of tractors that I had really pulled terribly well and did a really good job. Some of the fields on Renabu on the other side of the road where I am, basically one side is fairly flat and the other side's like really severe hills. Well, of course, I've got a Black Sheep Modding's 203 horsepower. The Holzer's 150 horsepower, and the original tractor, no, I think it wasn't, no, I don't think I've got any originals left. It was the 315 horsepower Massey, that was the lead tractor, and that was really doing loads of stuff, but it still needed assistance from the other 2 tractors. So obviously I grabbed the other 2 tractors, and some of the jobs, that Holzer's was going up horrible hills and still managing to roll with a roller that was 200 horsepower, and it's a 150 horsepower tractor, and it was managing to do it just. But I mean, it was uphill as well. I know on a perfectly flat field it would still lose a little bit of speed, but like this was horrible inclines on Renabu, and like they managed. So I obviously a few sessions in, all of a sudden we started to get loads of tractors, but like that sort of first year sort of thing was really quite terrible. But again, really quite good fun to actually play. It was tough, but it was good. Right, so we're keeping that. We're not keeping the 230. Not, I love it, I do. But so we'd already like bought. We've got like 3 tractors for the other side now. So we've got that. Obviously, we were going to wait for the 70 tonner. We've got to wait for that. We can't do any chopping of wood until we get that. So we'll sell that header, and then obviously the things that we just couldn't afford. Yeah, I think we don't need the light anymore. Although it doesn't really disturb you that much. Yes, I've got the automatic lights on, and they are working quite nicely. You jump in, and a second later, all of a sudden the lights come on. I quite like it. Yeah, it's these ease of life mods are really. Sometimes you forget them though. That's why I sometimes try to mention them. They really are amazing. There's a lot of mods you mention because you see them, but all of those mods, like by GTX and people like that, and others as well. That's what I'm saying. You tend to forget those type of mods, which is a bit of a shame, because they are often the mods that you use a lot. Yeah, so that we need. So that we can do our grass now. We've already bought the plough, so we can actually do that bit of grass, which that might not seem important, but to me it is. Yeah, I'd like to. So this by Kenny, which for once hasn't got everything. Yeah, it's not got its... and that is it. So let's grab Kenny's, and it's just true, we could send... I don't think the AI splines were working. I think I did test it on one of the sessions. Kenny's. Yeah, this one here that we ran right past. Yes, I think I tried the AI splines, and they just didn't. Again, there's not many map makers get AI splines right. JM Gaming's one that does. Cavalier Roy, he does. Farmer Bob is a fantastic modder, so he always does. Yeah, you can always guarantee a Farmer Bob one. Well, unless he made a mistake, which he's allowed to. But yeah, apart from that, Farmer Bob's a master modder in my eyes. Not that he wouldn't like. He's a very humble man as well, but he really is very skilled. When you go to his channel and you like, it's one of the few modders that will reveal sort of things, map making sort of tricks and things like that. He really is a fantastic human being as well. He's helped me out as well, I've got to be honest. He helped me do the round decals. I had not got a clue on making it. It was quite early on. But no, I still don't think I could have figured them out. Farmer Bob just said, yeah, I can do that, no problem. I'll sort of I can sort of show you how to do that. And lo and behold, he went and made a video on it. And that's, again, this type of person he is. You know, like, he is a very busy man, working for lots of other modders, I think. He does a lot of work for other people too. As well as knocking out the odd map, which always seemed to not go down very well. And yet it's a really good modder. No One's Land got quite a bit of slating, and I'm like, what do people want? He released a survival map with actual fields, and like his AI splines worked perfectly. It was a good map for that kind. And I think you go on loads of other people's map and people mark it up, and like the AI splines don't work, and the fields aren't, really terribly good. There was hardly, there's an error. There was an error. I can't remember what it was. Nothing terribly serious that would have stopped gameplay. Right, so let's just try the AI spline, see if this on its own can like go up to the top. Let's have a look. So we want to repair and repair. And let's see, can you get to the top if I send you from here? There's no one else on the road, so let's just see. True test. Do the AI splines work if we go just on the main road right up to our place, which is... Yeah, so if we aim for the lime thing and we also zoom in, I always think it's just important because you can think you're on the road and you're actually not. You're actually on a tree, and obviously it's going to fail if you do it on a tree. It's simple as that. So let's go for on the road roughly. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, let's try a little less. So we can see the road is here. If we go right to the bit where the road joins there, even that would be useful. And also there's nothing in the way. So if this fails, then it really is down to the AI splines on the map. And that's down to the map maker, who, I've got to be honest, these are new map makers, but I'm really quite impressed with their map making skills. I can't remember if the AI splines worked on Haze or not. I don't think they did. Ooh. And that's why I like to persevere a little bit. So the AI splines are working. Perhaps the bridge foxes things because it's a bit different. Maybe. It could be that. You never know. Well, at least that's taken up to the top. So we're going to borrow that one. Then it's going to go over the other side. So that needs running up to ours as well. Well, now I'd like to get it over the bridge and see if that works. Yeah, is it the bridge that's causing the issues? Yeah, because often a lot of mod makers, map makers especially, if there aren't many people releasing content, that's why I like to go on day of release to be helpful to other map makers and other modders. Because there's not usually many people using your map straight away, because most people, especially content creators, big names, don't always go on early because they know there's going to be issues, whereas I don't particularly care about that. I'll just, plow on, and unless it's a major issue, I've just learned to ignore it, just go around it, because at least then other map makers like Cavalier Roy, they can see the errors, and I'll always pass it on like I did to Cavalier Roy with his eggs issue that he had that he didn't think he did, but he did. Right, so if we take this, let's just run. So it does take a while. I'm not sure if you can, I'm never sure with the ice splines if you can send some. This is not exactly a road. This is more like, they're using the, what do they call it when they're actually... Yeah, you see, they're not actually using a proper road on this section. They're like going across the map, which is different. So they should be all right, which is good. Right, excellent. So it's 9:13 on January morning. Oh, how much digestate have we got as well? Let's see, have we got anything that we've got left to do? Yes, I thought we would have, because obviously we did all that extra silage. I think that's the grass will all be gone, though. It's a monster. And I would say the production silos probably... got rid of most. No, wow, what is that actually on? I'm sure I switched it on, but did I just tell it to... no, it's that's because it's still got stuff to do, and this has got 95,000 litres. What is the price like at the minute for... top price, really top price as well. I mean, actually slightly over, just dropping right now. So all things considered, right, okay, let's jump to Bob then, my best friend. And Josie, our well-being lady, is she's in the next tractor. Right, so let's go over the bridge and see, will it, over the bridge, will it manage there? Is it the bridge that's causing it? Well, I suppose what we ought to do then, if we suspect that the bridge is the issue, we ought to prove this theory, because it's only a theory. Does this go over the bridge if we face the bridge? Will it figure that one out? Or is this the issue? Again, that's what I like to do, this type of thing, because it really is for map makers, especially early on, because these are little issues that you frequently don't figure out in testing, little tiny things that you've done loads of sending your workers places and all that type of stuff, but that's definitely the road. Oh, excellent. Oh, no, he is. Oh, target's unreachable. Okay, let's try it one more time. Josie's finished. 2. Right, okay, so I think this is where the AI splines. If you're going up a proper road, then which is the way? Yeah, the road actually is where the trees are. So I'm not sure probably this. Now, this is on the map maker in a way, and I'm not trying to be nasty, lads, but you're aiming for the trees, thinking about it. There's a boulevard of trees, so I'm thinking this is the road, and actually this is the headland. So this is a difficult one for you as a player to actually go for. Maybe that patch of road there is road. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Let's just give this a chance. Like last time it failed. So I wonder if this is the bridge. Well, he's certainly not managing it. Okay, so target is not unreachable at all. But we should see, is it the bridge? If we go the other side of the bridge, do we get the same? In which case it's nothing to do with the bridge at all. But this bridge is a bit of a pain. I think we're going to have to like go down the plank of wood itself, because it sort of seems to have an issue of like smashing things. Yeah, it's a bit... Yeah, that is a bit rough. Yeah, I think this is what caught it. So, I don't get me wrong, such bridges do exist. I'm not having a go, and it's... If this would be the local area to the backwoods type stuff, then, you know, that is just one of those things. So let's try one more time for the map maker. And, like, can we... Looking for the bit of road that you can see up by the lime station, which is there. I'll zoom all the way in there to give it the proper maximum chance that you're not on a tree or anything silly. And give it a chance. So my instincts were right. It is nice. It is nice when you like you know what can cause things because you're a modder yourself, and when you look as a modder and like think, oh, I think it could be that. Are they narrows? They look, yeah, they look like narrows. Nice narrows, but they still look narrow. I didn't notice what tyres we got. Now, I think this is the bit. If you've already got a worker like going along the road, I think at that point you can't send a second worker. It is what I've observed a lot. I'm not sure I'm right. I might be wrong. And I suppose, again, we're challenging that theory right now. So we could see. And if it like fails instantly, then we know I was right. Okay, then. So... I always think all the modders have got to look after other modders, especially. Players have or should really. I mean, because modders seriously look after us players. I know I've been a player for far longer than I have been a modder, to be honest. But right, so let's just see. Can you send a AI worker on the same road? I know you can't on Calmsden. That much I do know. Wow, you can. Excellent. Well, that is good news. So we'll leave them to do that. We're going to pop up to the top, and when they've arrived, we will grab them. Yes, I've not posted today because I've been working on the videos that I've been trying to do. So we want the lorry again. I'm going to grab another shed load of digestate, which is quite useful because we have sold rather a lot of cash. No, yeah, we want to be going back this time to the... we sold quite a lot of cash. That doesn't make much sense. No, it doesn't. We have sold... No, we've spent. Spent quite a lot of cash is what I really meant. Yeah. So, yeah, the quandary of Missy B's slurry yard, it's a bit of a strange one that you have to keep moving forwards about 2 or 3 times, and then it gets to a certain stage and it's absolutely fine. So I don't understand what that is. So this is going to top up our money after we bought all the tractors for the other side. So now we're still waiting for the chipping, aka Rawley Christie. You know, Rawley Christie, I've got to be honest, is one of those modders that some of my absolute all-time favourite mods are the ones that Rawley Christie has made. The 70-tonner is absolute my all-time favourite truck, and the Devour Trees is absolutely amazing too. It's one of those things that is just phenomenal. It really is. We are quite close to seeing them, but I don't think we'll quite see them. It's the only bad thing. You're not paying attention. Got to keep your eye on the digester. When it starts to stop, you've got to move forward a little bit, is the trick to this, but it's still... I don't understand why it goes like below 50-odd%. At this point, it does it itself. It usually doesn't fail now all the way to the bottom. I just don't get it. What that is about. Because it's the same trigger. So I would imagine even Missy B is like scratching her head on this one because it could be FS25. The mechanics are just totally the game engine doesn't always listen, so it could be that. But it's predictable almost. See, the percentages and everything always happen the same, and it is only seen this on Mr. B's mod. So to me, it suggests a mod, but I don't know what. The triggers are obviously right, or you wouldn't be like doing this slightly weird triggers. I've no idea. Brilliant. So that's those, one of them. The first one is made it. So we should drop those bits and bobs off, and I'd like to do that bit of a field. Not that the grass... Oh, no, the grass will soon be growing. Yeah. Just thought we'd get it. Actually, I don't think you can even plant. We could plough in readiness, but I think that's about all we can actually manage. Yeah, everything else is... we can't manage till March. Not even grass. Let's get this sold. So yeah, this is really quite apt that we've got a little bit of another chance, because we've just literally, I can't believe it. I want animals as well. I want to get the herd up, buffaloes, and I think a bit of both. I think yeah, I love the buffaloes because of the butter. It's just such a good I mean, it's not the best money spinner, although in real life it is, but it is a good, it's the multiplication of both that and the bottled milk is quite phenomenal, obviously, but so is the yield for normal cows. I'm not sure whether normal cows have got something special going on because of the map, because you can make milk from grass, you know, like, I mean not exactly, but well, I know what I mean. You can feed them grass and it will do milk, you know. It's not like a TMR is necessary or anything, although I didn't even know if that was a thing normally, but yeah, maybe maybe they've not affected the productivity if you use grass. It might be that's done. Is that all I can think as a modder would be the only reason that I can think that would be what is done. So it should be good now. I think our two workers are... oh, Sharon is like waiting to get past. Let's say thank you very much, Sharon. You really made it. Honestly, we're happy with that. Yeah, so obviously we've also got the production to buy, but the boarding factory, it's not terribly expensive, but I am going to go super. If we're sort of going as close with my mods as you can go. I haven't really got any. I could do a sawmill, but to be honest, yeah, I find the chipping so much easier, and it goes with, if you're trying to create content, especially if you're having two halves of a farm, there's got to be a bit of where am I going? There's got to be a bit of compromise, really, I think. We could also wow. Okay. That was a nice spin out. No, I was turning it was, yeah, I think the physics were about right for that. Yeah, so I was just thinking as well, it is true, when I first started to make content, I didn't realise the channel is 8 years old. I got the birthday reminder a couple of days, yesterday, and I thought, oh wow, 8 years. I thought, really, 8 years? I really didn't think it was that long. Doesn't feel like it. I mean, it has, but I've stayed committed all the way through those 8 years. But I feel with this particular Let's Play that I sort of made a bit of a breakthrough, because obviously if you want people to watch your content, I've got a vision, and like my vision is that you show everything. But the thing is, people are not really, they never have watched that, and I've known statistically that, and I'm like thinking, it was only the other day I thought, well, if people aren't watching it anyway, does it really matter? Because what I'm trying to say is, if they're skipping through and they're not watching all of your content, does it really matter? Because it's their way of saying, well, we believe you. We don't necessarily need to view all of your content. So yeah, in that way, it's sort of like, well, if people are like doing that anyway, so why do you not just create content in a slightly different way that would be a bit more appealing? Because I've had quite a few comments over the years to say, your numbers should be much higher than this. Your content's really good. But I think the other thing is, and this is statistics that say this, is not me having a go at you viewers and subscribers, that all of us have ability to sort of stay concentrating on things. I think a lot of it's stress of the modern times we live in. We live in tough times, and I think all those worries and stresses affect us all. So yeah, our concentration span is in these days is supposed to be one of the worst ever. So that means that to keep, I think the other thing is adventure, action films and all those type of things. We're spoilt a bit. The films that I watched as a kid, if I watch them now, I don't know that I could watch them all the way through, because they were more story driven, and Hollywood has sort of ruined things in a way by they've got to keep you interested all the time, and really that's not true to real life. But it's sort of, we've all been trained to expect that this way of doing things that we see in films today, and so I think it's affected our concentration spans. Or it could be many things. Stress is another one that does that. But the bottom line is, for me to expect you to watch, I mean, the 4.5 hour footage, I got down to an hour and a half, just like literally yeah, not quite. Yeah, an hour and a half. But it was still a monster. I was watching it myself, and I thought it is a lot to expect people to watch this, you know. And no, it's here. Yeah. So 96,000. So 1.5 of these, and yeah, it's means we can buy animals. I think what we're going to do though is we're going to go through till March just for the speed, because this is the last chance. Well, unless we get the chipper, the Rawley Christie devour trees, then we'll crack on. But other than that, I think we're going to treat this as we've got to look after the animals, which with them being 15, we could probably coast on the TMR that we've actually got stored, and obviously the water gets topped up automatically, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? That what I mean is, I could, if we, let me just concentrate on this, yeah, or it's going to stop. You can sort of keep it going so you don't, like, it doesn't stop and you don't get the money things, but you've got to be on the ball and really watching for it happening. Otherwise you get the money, obviously it like cashes up and then starts again. I mean, yeah, I say I'm not sure if some of this is down to the fact that obviously the game engine is a little bit better. Giants have added a few little tricks in that weren't in FS22, like this unloading automatically and stuff like that. But like all complication things, sometimes things have repercussions. I mean, like we've got this recurring bug with manure and things like that. One that could quite easily be fixed by modders being allowed to go back to the old school way of doing things and having storage for manure back inside, like it used to be done for many years. This works. But Giants, I mean, I know that I've got a monumental stubbornness, because it's true what I just said. I realise it's taken me 8 years as a content creator to like think, well, don't you think you ought to do it a different way, to try to like meet people halfway, you know, because the statistics, you've known for about a year that the statistics say nobody ever watches, you know, like my timings are like, people who like watch 10-12 minutes, so it means people are flicking through, they're interested, but they're not interested in watching it all. And like, you've got to think, well, maybe if you did do things a little bit differently, people would watch a little bit more. And that's what I'm saying. They're like flicking through, but they may also miss something that is quite important, because, you know, like obviously they're not all time lapsed. Yeah, it's true. It is as simple as that. I mean, because I must admit, obviously when I was watching content with Miss Sealy P, I was there really for Miss Sealy P. I liked Miss Sealy P, and I, of all the content creators, I'm not saying I don't like Daggerwin, I'm saying I never, never made a connection with Daggerwin the same as I did Miss Sealy P. I know we've all got that, you know, like somebody that's our favourite content creator or something like that we really, and then the other people we watch a little. You know, Frithgar, that's another one. I really enjoyed watching his content when I was watching content, but obviously since for the last 8 years, I haven't seen one of Miss Silly P's for a while now, and it's because I'm too busy making content. It's not because I don't like Miss Silly P or I've gone off him or anything like that. He still remains my absolute favourite. And I still keep my eye on some of his stuff. I just haven't got time to, you know, keep my eye on his things. I might actually view a little bit over the Christmas break, because I've got like 4 or 5 days, 5 days off, including today, which is quite nice. Although I am on call for work, so if my phone goes, I'm going to have to like stop recording because I'm on call. Yeah. Joys, and that should do it itself now. So this is everything, every last little bit iota. Got a little bit of grass and a little bit of silage, so we should still get tick-ups from the BGA. And it is true, I think it's the, I don't think the solar panels on the shed are working, because we never got a tick-up until we put the animal place down. Now those solar panels are working. Yeah, so I need to check this, because I would like the solar panels. They're visible on the shed, but I would like it to have a slight impact. I'm not trying. I'm sure they used to work, so I don't know what that is about. Did we fill 500,000 litres of water as well in there? Because it would be useful to get the jump on this. We've probably used a lot, so let's go and crack on and sort of fill this as well. Get the water filling ready for next year. Let's get the jump on this whilst we can. And we'll check the animals, because we have come through, and I just want to make sure that they're okay, because I know, as I said, there's only 15 and we've filled up the food and all the rest, but I want to make sure that, so I'm going to be posting probably 4 videos today, 2 from last night, and I am focusing quite heavily on Tillamook to begin with, and then I'm going to go back to my normal sort of like, no, we need to go to the back, or yeah, with the back of the truck, just to get the water. Are we not close enough? No, we are a bit out. Surprised now your angles can look really... No. We don't want that, we want that. Which I'm still not close enough to. So hopefully that'll have a battle for a few minutes. So let's just check our charges. There might only be 15 of them, but yeah, as I thought, straws like max, manure slurries on the rise, no problem with inbuilt, yeah, and milk 2,828 litres. So we don't need to do our dairy just yet. Now, is there anything special about the dairy on the map? Yeah, I mean, it may be that this is sort of special as well. I would like to look at it. No, it's nothing. So I presume then that you're supposed to put your own down, because obviously it did mention specifically about milk. That's why I say I'm going on about it, because if you read the reading on the map, it was on about milk barons, and like it said that milk and trees rule as king on the map. I remember it sort of quite plain now, but I'm not sure about wood chips. They're not necessarily, you know, like they're not necessarily rule as kings, but we shall, well, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Because this will sort of, if we look at the prices, it will tell us whether chips are like standard, because I'm obviously doing chips quite a lot. I don't sell the wood chips. I usually like work with them, but and sell the products. But like we can still see if the base wood chips are, yeah, it's about where it's maybe slightly higher, maybe slightly. Yeah, it's yeah. So I would say these are about what you would expect on most, maybe slightly more than some mats, but not a lot. Yeah, if anything, it's like an extra 100 that you'd be getting per 1,000 litres, which is still nice. I mean, this is hard economy as well, so it would be a lot better if you was on normal. But that's, yeah, that is it. So yeah, they're good, and that's the doubly one as well. We've got ours now, the little one for the milk, so that should be fine for the milk. Have we bought that up? Yeah, we have. I remember. Yeah, because there's nothing else. Yeah, I can see it from here. Right, so then let's pop down the store. And we've done all that we've got to do. Anything left now, the digestive will have to go on to next year's thing, unless it's still worth quite a lot in the morning, in which case, yeah, I'm happy with that. So that is the last tractor standing. We'll stick the 3-point link. So this is for the other side. So we've got a synchro mesh with spoils. We've got 2 Caesariuses on the map, which is amazing. We have got those 2 tractors to ship, but they are not hurting. Luckily for us, well, we know in real life it wouldn't happen the way that it's happened. So brilliant, excellent. No, we want the 3 point. I don't know why I didn't do that. Yeah. Let's stick everything on. Yeah. 4,190 extra. Fantastic. Brilliant. Beautiful bit of kit. This is one of my favourite tractors. I love the articulate tractor, and this is one of those few articulators that's really, I've had over the years, I really do appreciate and love. It's an amazing bit of kit. Even if it is very cheap and very old, it's still amazing. Right, so let's go through till about 1 o'clock. I have a frog in my throat. Let's try not to waste the entire day by zip-zip-zoodling. You know. Right, 1 o'clock. Oh, blizzard. Oh, you didn't take the... No, I didn't, did I? My bad. No, I did mean to switch it off, or to remove it as I came in. Yeah, I finally made the decision. I'm definitely 100% getting rid of it. I've sort of deliberated for a long time, because it sort of brings things, but I did say this a long time ago, the puddles... It brings additional problems that, I mean, don't get me wrong, but you do want a bit more realism. I think the fact that we get damaged crops and all the rest are for the better for the game, not for the worst. But it also detracts, because you then causes secondary problems like the puddles stop your workers all the time and that type of thing. And yeah, it's just like, oh, it's another problem for me to solve, you know. Right, yes, put my light on. And the blizzard has arrived. So in a few minutes, I'm no doubt it'll sweep across and we'll not be able to do anything. Ooh, I've not had the Rubicon for ages. Oh, and it's weird this. I was saying this on another Let's Play. Although it seems to be a good thing, 200,000 litres capacity, is it really? Can you imagine the cost for filling that? So to me, it's not necessarily a good thing. I was like, yeah, so if you're filling something naturally, I mean, the other thing is that some modders do seem to forget is that if you're going to increase your capacity, you need your you need the speed of load and unload to be changed. It makes no sense. Something I figured out quite early on in my modding when I was like doing things. I thought it's no good making something like 50 odd tons. Oh, I'm going 91 centimeters. That's going to be humongous. Yes, it's not always good to have a monster capacity, almost infinity, because it really is. That was a good profit. That was very good profit. Thank you, Hispano. So we'll go through till 12 o'clock. We'll see if our money will hold till the morning. We've already spent a fortune. Ooh, fantastic. Something has dropped. What is that? Oh, the very large trailer. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, I need to do something with that. Oh, and the mover. And the standard Optima, so we'll sell that one. Oh, wow, it's a brilliant price. It's good anyway, but that's phenomenal. So is that. Again, it is a good price anyway, but it's... Yes, I'd like to work on this and see if I can... If I put some more wheels at the front, will that make a difference? That is what I really want to know. I say, because wheels are, as I said, they're a bit of a... Yeah, I did learn one thing, though, which was quite intriguing. Now, obviously, I've been in many an i3D file, and inside the i3D file, most modders leave pointers for wheels. Now, I was talking to the AI the other day, like picking its brain and like throwing ideas around from it. And it said, well, just bring a tyre in. I said, what do you mean bring a tyre in? It said, just import a tyre in. I said, you don't do that. I said, nobody has tyres. I said, and it said, no, you can import the tyres in, just that everyone leaves the pointers to the tyres. And I thought, oh my life, all of this time I've never seen a tyre in an i3D, and I never will, but that doesn't mean to say you can't bring them in and scale them. So I thought, oh my life, I didn't know that. So that was a useful conversation. Because, yeah, I think probably a lot of other modders would like to think, what, you didn't know that? Nope, I didn't. I did not know this. So yeah, I know it now. So now it's going to be great fun because you can scale your tyres and things like that, which is quite amazing. So we want to, no, there's no chance of dragging that one. Yeah, some of the little balers I'll lift with this, but I don't think somehow we're going to be able to manage to lift that monster. It's a bit large. So the team's, we're only really waiting for the wood chipper now then. We've got the trailer that I always planned on having it for, and yeah, we do need to do some honey, but again, it's not really important until it's the beginning of the, you know, like when the year, because like bees really do need a bit of pollen. So wow, 3 sets of like sewing equipment, and we've already got our other plots which we've taken up with it, you know, like already, so. This is a really one of those things that for many a year I've always liked the RS, but because it's a no-till, I've always like, oh, I've got to like cultivate before, so no, I'll leave it. But I thought, well, it's an ideal candidate for sticking a cultivator on and making it a no-till. I mean, I could have done it without. You don't need to. I can just say it's a no-till. But I thought, yeah, but it's not believable then, is it? There was about that point that I sort of made this inner vow that if I was going to do a mod that needed an additional tank or anything like that, that I would put an additional tank on it to, you know, like make it that what you're doing is real. Obviously there's a bit of cheekiness with trailers, a bit like the 70 tonner by Rawley Christie. It physically is about the same size as a 47, the 40-odd tonner Flegel, I think it's about the same size as that, because I had one next to it once and I thought, that's never 70 tons, but I'd always known it wasn't 70 tons. It's one of those things that, as I said, you just know and you like accept that it is one of those things. It's cheeky. And it's obviously the BI industry stands for bigger on the inside, so our company's used to dealing with that kind of thing anyway. So right, let's go through till about 4 o'clock. So we're up at 631,000. Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. A couple of really big items can seriously make a difference. Oh, well, the bunning. 300 horsepower, 27 cubic meters, 24 meters spread. I don't know if I have this. That's not a bad actual. Ooh, and a 12 meter. Now that actually, it's a good one. So that's for us. Yeah, so we've got a 12 meter and a 9 meter, which means actually we could use my standard harvesters. And they will work with both of those. Do we grab those? We haven't got the lorry down here. I think what we're going to do on this one is we're going to order one of my favourite trucks, which is specially for this type of job. So, boundary spreading system. What does that mean? What does that do for me? I don't know. I can't see. Does it do anything? No, it doesn't increase. Oh, it's got like some weird thing at the back. Oh yeah, just okay. Yeah, I don't know what it actually does in real life. I'm quite sure that's important. What we're going to do is we're going to order for the shop. Really, this is a specialized truck. But really, this is its job. It's for airports and things like that. Its job is literally to this one here. But I'm going to go for the standard, the YT, not the electric by Pascal Quartz. The strangest looking thing ever. But you know, it really is a cracker. It really is amazing. What did that say? The used equipment broker? Oh, right. I think you've done that twice now. Well done, well done. Yeah, I didn't think something had gone right with it, but so that is for down here. So let's go through till 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm confusing myself now. Is this night or morning? Yeah, morning. Let's go through till 9ish, or maybe even 10. So the snow. Oh no, the shop is keeping the snow at bay. Yeah, they're clearing the air. Look at the thickness of the snow. This is sort of what I was saying, right? I'm not being nasty, but we're in the confines of the store, so we don't really notice it. But if you were trying to farm in that, you give up. There's nothing you can do at all. It's that. Yeah, it really is like that bad. So, yeah, forget it. Bowman. All of these are broken at the minute, but that doesn't mean to say we can't sell it. This is true. This is definitely true. Yeah, any slurry spreader with tools, so not an inbuilt, will come up with errors. Giants who know about it, and all my life. Now that's a useful thing because you could just fill it and forget about it for ages and ages. But you know, yeah, I'm happy to. The Linda, we got this on a Let's Play on. What's it called? Les Ezats. It's the tractor you get given with at the beginning. Very humble 130 horsepower tractor, but it does get the job done. So let's get this lot sold and see what we really have got in the bank. Yeah, and I didn't realise there is actually a cheap wheel loader that I sort of had put in and forgotten I'd put in, as I frequently do, that I might actually have a go at one time as well, rather than... But again, it's not appeared in the... It was only appeared in the sales once, and I thought, oh, I'd forgotten I'd put that in. So yeah, it might be one of those we could actually order sometime. You know, like for us, but obviously we've got the Merlot, so we don't really need another one, not truthfully. So let's... are we keeping the bunning, or... I'm trying to think. I think the fertilizer spreader would be... We did have a really good one. It is a 24-metre spread. Well, if we're going to keep any, the Stroutman would make more sense, because that field... This stands a slight chance of lasting the field out. So if we're going to do that, as much as I'd like to try the bunning, this is sort of a secret weapon. We will buy... I know it's a bit of a... But again, I always said this. Repair... It's quite a big loss to us, because obviously it was worth quite a lot of cash. Right, anyway, we'll sell the Linda. And we should shift the Stroutman out of the way then. Could really use the biggie for this. It's not... yeah, so we will. And what I've always said is, if I get an super capacity like this, I wouldn't normally buy it, but I will do it, because that is the item. That is what we got, you know, as in like, and it comes with that, and we're allowed to do that, all of those type of things. But I don't think it really hurts occasionally to try something like that, even if it's like not what you... Yeah, so the other thing is we've got to look for these strange items that are almost like household items. Yeah, like things like a telephone and stuff like that. You see, I'm glad we saw them at the shop, because now we know what to look for, sort of. But it's sort of like it's hiding in plain sight, which is quite clever. So let's sell the bunny. I think that's it, isn't it? Or the header we're keeping as well. Just the Prestige, which we need to wait for Pascal Quartz's machine. Not another 100 centimetres. Or is that... Does that mean in total? I'm not sure. So we may get this another time, the bunny. A manufacturer I didn't even know was... yeah, I've not heard of bunny, but... And the Bomec. So it was still up at 450, and we've just sort of splashed out on 100 grand bit of kit, so it's not too terrible. I mean, we can feel it, and of course we have got that as well. So yeah, it's not quite as simple as that. So it's February. There's nothing we can do. All right, animals okay. Yeah, they are. And one of these is, yeah, reproduction is 60%, and they're nearly out of puberty. And they're 6 months old. Even they're not young anymore. So, you know, even obviously as soon as it hits March, I am going to like fill them, you know, put some more, fill them. We're already filling them with food, but yes, I know what I mean. Right, so let's go through till about 1 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, all of our grass should be now done. I mean, that has done us proud. And we're still getting slight tick-ups from the BJ as well. So it's not, yeah, some of the money that, it's a bit of a chug. But what I mean is I'm not sort of, you know, saying it, but that is obviously giving us quite a bit of cash that I've not mentioned, but it's gradually rising bit by bit on the hour as well, which is sort of, it doesn't come in a gush like it used to in FS22. Let's go through till about, yeah, it should really stop about 4-ish really, instead of 6. Great demand at Story Yard. Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. The Maran gone. 6.2 metre. It is true, actually. This is the type of thing that you could actually do, and it does do grass, doesn't it? 6.2 metre as well. I'm not sure what sort of horsepower requirements that has got. It's something I wasn't considering doing, but what I mean is, it is, if we've got the big, I'm not sure everything doesn't always like that. Yeah, it's the emptying all the time, isn't it? Although we have got the silo in the middle of the field, of all, still a long way though. Yeah, I don't think it. I think this field's a little bit too big for it. So you know what we'll do is we'll buy and sell it. I do. I think all things considered, I don't think it's a good fit for this size field. It's just too big. There's going to be too much running around from one end of the field to the others. It's one advantage to balers, I think. So that's another good price machine, and it's a 326. I don't think we need any more, if I'm honest. Oh, I don't. You're right. Not quite. Nearly have enough money, but not quite. That's because we've got like a shed load of cash tied up in machines over here. So let's liquidate the assets, literally. And then we shall buy and sell Hansas, which I would normally want, because I don't think we've got any fence, have we? No, not a single fence. That would address this issue. Got plenty of cases. One John Deere, Valtras. I think we got a Val. Yeah, no, I think it was a Q series, and no New Hollands either. Right, so well, that answers that question. They're quite happy. We've got the mouse. Let's just call it the mouse. It's a bit of a mouthful. The Roper Nawaro mouse. It's a bit of a mouthful, for me at least. I've actually seen one of these in real life. In Dinnington, one of the sugar beet farmers had got one, or had leased it or something, and it was quite formidable to see. I would imagine, again, I've never used it in the game. I mean, I've used it, but I've not used it, if you know what I mean. I've unfolded it and stuff like that, but I'd imagine, again, I can't remember if the game mechanics are kind to it or not. Can't remember. So now we should be able to afford you. I don't think we can afford it, and it might sound silly when you've got 467,000, but what I mean is it would be quite a bang right down to 333, and we have got animals to buy in March. So, and also all the big productions. I know we've got a few quid in the Prestige, but I don't know that it would stretch to a tractor. So we shall see what we shall see. Yeah, I mean, we may need another tractor. I would like that. If I was going to sort of make a choice, I'd like to go for the Syntrack. Well, let's do it then. That's all I'm going to say. That made 58,000. No, 20 odd. Yeah, because let's have a look. Is it? I would imagine it's in large tractors. I've gone for the Pro Edition because it obviously suits PC the best. It's got a few refinements, or that's what the bump said anyway. I'd definitely put it in. Is it medium then, or is it in a special category of specials? It's possible. Okay. Miscellaneous, perhaps? Is a bit special. Yay. Fantastic. So I think, yeah, it's a Pro Edition. So let's just find used. One of my favorite all-time tractors. And this is a bit special where mowing is concerned because it could use a front mower, as in like a complete triple series on its front 3-point link, because its front 3-point link and back 3-point link are exactly the same. They are monsters. So you could actually for once do that with that particular model. So let's go through till 12 o'clock. Unless we get something in the sale, so one of our sale items, which we haven't. And you've gone overshot by quite a bit. Wow, got a few of these Volvos over the time. 11 special rice header. Now that, I know we don't do much liming, but if that's the type of thing that would be a good fit for us, the Strewmaster, because of how big it is, because that's a big field. So to be honest, that I'm tempted. I know we've got the other one, but it's not exactly. I mean, that would suit for smaller fields rather than like what we've got. I mean, it's not by any stretch of the imagination a small field. So to me, that really would sort of suit this particular. Again, I think you've got to be sort of particular on this one of aiming for things that are quite specific due to like what kind of. Oh, I can just afford that. Fantastic. Okay, so we will buy that when we've like sold our stuff, otherwise we can't afford it, and we could lose it if we go through to the morning. Yeah, so I'm not truly intending on doing an awful lot of additional stuff, because I think between the chipping and the dairy that we're probably, again, I'm trying to steer this back to real life where farms do have a bit of a specialist, but we could put the multi-factory down so that if we feel like doing a bit of like other things, we could bring that in as well. So it's got a dairy function. So what I mean is we could bring it in as the dairy, but obviously it's far more than a dairy. But it's, yeah, we could buy the super, so it's really good. It has got a proper hitch on the back. It might be able to grab one of these. Sure, it will grab that, but we'll have a go. But yeah, Giants are quite particular about those type of things, like not having triple hitches. It's specific. It is a pin, and that's definitely a car, a cup, as I usually call them. Wow. 501,000. Amazing. Right, I think no, there is this is amazing. 550 horsepower 500 horsepower of telehandler. This is rather amazing. I would like to use this as a tractor on one of the Let's Plays, and I've got it on, I mentioned its name earlier and now it's slipped out of my head. Renaboo. Yeah, we've got it on Renaboo, so I'm going to put it through its paces on Renaboo just to see, can it be used as a tractor. Yeah, it's sort of got tractor-ish wheels, but I don't know whether, again, a lot of wheels. It's more about torque, so I'm not sure. Right, so our final tally is 544,000. It's nearly March, so let's go for it. Let's hope this snow disappears. Let's go through till about 4 o'clock, so just a couple of hours really. I've overshot a little, so maybe 5. Oh, okay, maybe 6 then. So still none of our items. Oh, Strewmaster, you could have lost it. I could. It's true. Oh, we could, I suppose. We could actually go into, with it being as we've got the pickup. Why not? Could do that. Well, I've got the yeah. Are they additional tanks? No, I think they're the standard tanks. Yeah, it's the other one. So we're going to buy that. We might actually order that system then if we're going to. So we want the Screwmaster. We said that suits the Let's Play a lot, and it does. So let's actually do that. And it's a beautiful spread. And so we've got the Titan Rice, 2 Titan Rice headers that are unrealistic. So we're going to grab that for us too. Which means if we're going to do that, we need to buy the specialist. We want special headers as well. So we want special headers. We want the windrow. So it's under windrows, I think, isn't it? Rather than... Which is a bit confusing. Or no, it's under the... I could have sworn it was under special headers. Oh, windrower. It's a special windrower. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to say I could have sworn you could see it. So we're going to need to buy or find one of these. Yeah, continuous. And we also want... We're going to keep the grass mowers. Are we? Wouldn't it be a good thing to have the mower as well? Suppose. I mean, the headers are an absolute beautiful sort of price anyway. It's the main swather, and then even that's good. So let's do it. Yeah, we could go this route if it comes, of course. Otherwise, we've got mine. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that too. So yeah, that will do nicely. We still haven't got we've not got any fields to worry about in the minute, have we? So, do we need to lime our grass field? I don't think it works like that. I think if you've got the grass already down, I don't think it shows you. Oh no, it does. No, it does. I remember. Yeah, definitely. It definitely does. You see, it needs liming. So we've bought that at the right time because that needs liming. And we knew it needed fertilizing. Yeah, we did sort of say this. We missed the boat. We only just got the fertilizer spreader quite late on though, so I will for once defend myself slightly. No, that's everything. Yeah, so let's get this lot repaired, and I probably would say this is not a bad place to leave this. So let's get well, no, that implies that we've been nefarious, and we haven't. So those 3 are waiting to go up. So we'll bring the lorry down. So, we've got a few things to sell still. We've not quite finished the job. Screwmasters for us. This is to repair as well. So let's bring these 2, repair them, and then take them out of the way. Still not got the lorry. But these things take time. Patience is a required virtue that I do not yet possess. It's true. It's, yeah, sadly lacking in myself. Right, okay. No, we're not selling it, so we can keep it to... So repair, yes, and repair, yes. And let's just take these over here. And drop... Oh. I did turn then. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it'd be a lapse of concentration. It is me, after all said and done. Right, so let's drop this. So this is the one that we would need a harvester for. The other windrowy type thing, that's the one that you need to actually use the... Well, you need it. Well, you can actually get those headers, the Colossus ones. I have yet to try that because That's true, actually. I could have tried that. But yeah, I think if we're going to do the mower as well, it's just... But then we don't need the 12 metre and the 9. Well, we would still need the 9 if we were doing... I always keep these top headers. You never know how it's going to go, really. So I think it's a crime. I think we'll see how things develop. And, you know, we're doing well enough. It's true. So we are up to 468,677. We have bought quite a lot of gear that we did need, and some things that we didn't need that we are like going into. We've still got the Load King Prestige to sell. We've got our big trailer ready to do the wood. We've got that for the wood as well, and we've got a 12 metre header, which is fantastic. Messy. And we've still got 468,000, so we are going to do our animals next session. Has the snow gone? Not exactly, but it's nearly gone. It's on its way, so it could... Oh, should we, like, speed up time a little? Because we really do need it to be gone. Really. Besides which, really, it's April more than anything that you need. But let's just see if we can get rid of this snow. Like, go through till about dinner, I would say. Ah, brilliant, it's going. Let's give it as well. It could say it'll be actually going, because it takes a while for the wave to actually completely, yeah, do that, basically. So we are now in a snow-free zone. Ooh. I think we could probably afford that now. Oh, this must be a DS Power one. Now I've noticed the colours are really quite strange. Yeah, some like weird... Is it a DS Power one? It is. You recognised it just by... I did. I know what he's like. As in, yeah, I don't mean... Oh, 33,000. That's not bad, is it, for that? So 148,000. Can we afford that? We're back down to 300 animals. Not sure we could. No, I don't think we can either. No, this is the one you need to have the 1,000 lights. Yeah, we might be able to buy it in the future. But it's true, we won't for now. So let's just sell that last item. And we should see what we should see. And we are ready to rock and roll. You say that, but in a way, we're not. Yeah, because we can't do the grass until tomorrow. Do we make this a longer session and like... No, because it's going to be a monster. It's already long now, so no. I know what I'm like. Let's leave it at that. Last sale of the day. Takes us to 462,426. So same 3 digits twice, but slightly in a different order. So yes, we need the Strewmaster. So next session I'm going to bring... the last thing I'd like to do is just get those... tractors that have like made their valiant way up to the field, and let's use the new entrance, which should be right close to them. We could do that with the grass. I know it's only going to take an extra 2 minutes is what I'm thinking, so let's do that as well. Yeah, I think tractor wise we're only going to need a couple of tractors on the other side, really. I need like someone to lug a trailer, so they need to be big, which we've got the biggie for, especially for that side. So I think we've got 3 tractors for over there, which is seriously good. This is for over here, obviously, for where the animals are. I might make this slightly bigger, although it's based on the Noah, so I think we'll keep it as it is. But the Betamax is only marginally bigger and actually has quite a few more animals. So I don't know. So we would do a little bit of road into here, I think. Let's run this up to the top and then we'll get that tiny bit of grass done. So as you can see, that looks like it already has done it actually. Yeah, I know, but it's the wrong kind of grass. Yeah, it won't see... We shall see what we shall see. I'm going to do it. Yeah, we also would need a stone picker in time, but at this precise minute, it's not important. Right, so then. Let's just grab you. You're going to need some seeds, aren't you, really? I'm definitely going to need the plough. Yeah, we're sort of claiming a tiny bit of corner back from this. I think what we'll do is we'll do the ploughing now, because it has been a long session. No, always do that. Always like drop it instead of... And then I end up ploughing into the field where I didn't want to plough into the field. Right, now you've dropped it, so you need to do allow create field. So we're just trying to steal a tiny bit of corn off this. We may have to take one tree down as well. It might be a bit too close to the workers. Although usually when it's sort of roundy bits, are we going to like do this? Yeah, because this we're sort of following that line there. Really, it's sort of like We're coming around on a gradual... This suits FS25, to be honest. This kind of thing, if you can do roundy bits. So we're joining this bit here, and it will see this as proper fields when it eventually catches up with us. So I think that I can't remember if that was normal grass or not. So let's drop that and switch off allow create fields. Oh, come on, let's do it. Let's finish it. Yeah, I'd like to get this so it's grassed. Because otherwise I know what I'm like. I'm going to forget. So we just need to properly grass that, and then it becomes part of the field. We need to completely make a new course, because obviously our old grass course is completely wrong now, and we'll end up with a tractor ploughing through the cow place, because it's been told to. It's true, we do need to. Although we're also using new equipment. Yeah, we have an 11 metre mower at present. And it's a much nicer field, I suppose. No, we'll do another session. I want to round the corners a bit so that it's less turny, because the more round it is, the more the workers flow, the more square it is, the more they have to stop, reverse, go forwards, all that type of stuff. So now this we can sort of sneakily, yeah, although, yeah, we will for now. We will let it. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, we could actually do that as well. A bit of diesel too, why not? Let's top up. And we want grass. Right, fantastic. So what? Yeah, no, that's better. Yeah, the body, the lower body is like really sort of quite tight now. I raised the arm very slightly and made the bottom section slight. Oh, it's a little uneven. Yeah, you need to like, yeah, not quite done that right. Your decals are not bad. They're better than I've seen them in a long time. So yeah, they're not too terrible. So just a little bit more squidging on the bottom that looked even in the i3D, but like isn't really even. So let's grab this. I would imagine this could probably cope with this without the need of a weight or a tank, because it's a fairly hefty tractor. Yeah, this is not a normal JCB with the 4 wheels that move. It's just a standard tractor. So not got the usual hallmarks of the smaller JCBs with its 4 special wheels that really are quite amazing. No, we wouldn't. Yeah, I'm just debating whether I should have done that, but it's true. I'm prepared to lose a bit of grass. Yeah, it wasn't the right kind of grass for chopping anyway. And we will, on the next session, hopefully remember to do the round corners, and we'll go through to April, and we should do our first cut. It should be 2 of 3 or 3 of 4. 3 or 4, that's it. So that's fantastic. It does need linemen, but we can't do that anyway because it's grown. So it's we can't do that until we've like cut it. So unfortunately we're going to lose a bit of thing until we do the line, but we'll do the linemen after we've done the cut next time. There's a few stones in there. But yeah, unfortunately, they will have to wait. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. We could always rip it up again in the future and like fix that, but for now, it will have to. It'll have to remain as a few stones in the grass, and I'm quite sure there are. Yeah, this is managing the weight on this. A lot of the medium tractors sort of like skip around a little bit, and some of them it really does. Yeah, the smaller tractors, it really does lift them up. It's just a bit too heavy. Right, fantastic. So that should make that now part of the field, and it should work quite nicely. So we didn't get the wood chipper, but we did get the Pilatus. We got the ability to seed and plant, at least, so we could do that, which I'm quite pleased in. It's a little thing, I know, but it mattered to me. I just wanted to get this. I want to fine-tune the field so everything's all nice. That's just one thing I'd like to look at. Those. How well did we do? How much digestate did we get off last year? Because we will have some left, which will have to be done next year now. So what we've got, what did you get? Oh, we've still got doing some now. Oh, my life. Wow. So it really did do a load more silage than we thought. It was processing it for a long time, though. So he is doing it. So that, oh, my life. Wow, yeah, there's an awful lot of... It was an awful lot off this, I've got to be honest, the grass. So, again, we shrunk it a little. And I think everything had gone from that. Oh, you were saying? Must be a bit of a chugger. It says it's a standard. It is a standard, but it's slightly better than the Giants, but like probably double. It's more like a... But it's still chugger. It is. We only bought a cheap one. We didn't buy one of the supers that would have devoured it for breakfast. We bought a chugger, and that's... Yeah. Again, we could have it all year long this time, so we may have to move some of the digestate, because I would imagine we're going to probably fill that 777,000 litres. So I would imagine we're going to probably be millionaires at the end of the year, unless I'm shocked and sort of, like completely wrong. But that's where we're going to leave this session. We are, my eyes doing terribly well. We've got like equipment. Is there anything we're short of? Stone picker. I think we did mention that. So let's just, for the future, because it can take absolutely ages for things to come. So it's higher, I think. Yeah, near the weeders, I think I'm right in saying that. Yeah. I'm going to go for my absolute favourite BDB SSBs. Very predictable, I know, but that's because it's my favourite. Yeah, there's some things I think... I love the Black Sheep Modern one too. It's just capacity is so much better in BDB SSBs. And Matt Drucker's not released his either. Again, his is good. He's a very good modder. Yeah, I don't want anyone to get the impression I'm not. His work is amazing. I just was mentioning his model because it was slightly flawed, but it's still brilliant. Yeah, it's one aspect of that amazing vehicle with many faces. Right, and so we're going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.